Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic and beloved cars in automotive history, an icon that shaped generations, turned heads for decades, and stood as a symbol of practicality, style, and character, the Volkswagen Super Beetle. This car isn't just a machine, it's a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of freedom, and a timeless classic that still holds its charm even in the modern world of high-tech vehicles. So buckle up as we explore the magic behind the Volkswagen Super Beetle, its evolution, design, performance, and why it's still cherished by car lovers around the globe. To understand the Super Beetle, we first need to remember the roots of the original Beetle. Born from the genius mind of Ferdinand Porsche under a directive from Adolf Hitler to build a people's car, or Volkswagen in German, the original Beetle was designed to be affordable, reliable, and simple. It succeeded far beyond expectations, but by the late 1960s, the market was evolving. The original Beetle, though loved, was starting to feel outdated against the competition. Volkswagen had to do something to breathe new life into its most famous model, so in 1971, they introduced the Super Beetle. The Super Beetle wasn't just a badge. It was an upgraded, re-engineered version of the original Type 1, designed to appeal to buyers who wanted more modern features but still adored the Beetle's classic silhouette. The most significant mechanical upgrade came in the form of a new McPherson strut front suspension system. This allowed for improved ride, quality and handling, as well as increased trunk space. With the standard Beetle using a torsion bar front suspension, the Super Beetle's setup was smoother and gave Volkswagen more room to innovate within the same platform. From the outside, early Super Beetles looked very similar to the standard Beetle, which sometimes makes them hard to identify at first glance. However, the curved windshield introduced in 1973 and the slightly extended nose gave away its identity. The interior also received minor refinements over the years: improved dashboards, better ventilation, and upgraded materials. Volkswagen was clearly attempting to blend classic charm with updated comfort. Under the rear hood, the Super Beetle continued to use the air-cooled flat-4 engine that had become synonymous with VW's identity. While power figures weren't groundbreaking, ranging from around 60 to 65 horsepower, it wasn't meant to be a performance car. The Beetle was always about practicality, simplicity, and personality. The rear engine, rear-wheel drive layout gave it unique handling characteristics and a driving experience unlike anything else on the market. Plus, its simplicity meant it was incredibly easy to repair and modify, which is one reason why it developed such a massive cult following. The Super Beetle came in multiple body styles, including the classic two-door sedan and the convertible version. The convertible Super Beetle, produced from 1971 to 1979, is especially cherished today. With its top-down, classic round fenders, and unmistakable engine note, it delivered smiles per gallon like no other. Driving a Super Beetle convertible felt like a time capsule. You weren't just going from point A to B. You were making memories on every mile of the journey. Volkswagen didn't aim to make the Super Beetle flashy or overly futuristic. It wasn't trying to be a sports car or a luxury ride. It stayed true to its roots, giving people an affordable, lovable, and dependable car. And this strategy worked for years. In fact, Beetle production didn't cease until 2003 in some countries, which is a testament to the design's endurance. One of the most impressive things about the Super Beetle is the community around it. Even today, there are meets, clubs, car shows, and online forums dedicated to Beetle enthusiasts. Owners swap stories, trade parts, share DIY tips, and showcase their custom builds. The simplicity of the Super Beetle's mechanical components makes it a favorite among amateur and professional restorers alike. Whether it's a fully original restoration or a heavily modified street rod, there's no wrong way to own a Super Beetle. The modding scene has always been strong with the Beetle. Thanks to its rear-mounted engine and straightforward body lines, it became a blank canvas for creativity. You'll find Baja bugs built for off-roading, slammed Beetles cruising at car meets, and turbocharged beasts that surprise modern cars. At the drag strip, the aftermarket support is massive. Everything from suspension kits to engine upgrades, body panels, interiors, and performance parts is available. It's a car that encourages creativity. What makes the Super Beetle extra special in the classic car world is its affordability and accessibility. Unlike other vintage icons that have skyrocketed in price, Super Beetles can still be found at relatively reasonable prices. For young enthusiasts looking to enter the world of classic cars, the Super Beetle offers a perfect mix of nostalgia, reliability, and fun without breaking the bank. Volkswagen made continuous improvements throughout the production of the Super Beetle. In 1973, the aforementioned curved windshield and padded dashboard added more comfort and safety. By 1974, energy-absorbing bumpers and larger taillights were added to meet U.S. safety regulations. In 1975, fuel injection became available in certain markets, further improving drivability. And throughout these years, small tweaks to suspension, trim, and build quality kept the Super Beetle fresh. Driving a Super Beetle is a unique experience. The sound of the air-cooled engine chugging along, the upright driving position, the light steering, and the unmistakable smell of classic VW interiors all add to its charm. It's not fast, it's not high-tech, but it connects you to the road in a raw, analog way that modern cars just can't replicate. It's this connection that owners fall in love with. It's a car that has soul. And let's not forget the design. The Beetle is one of the most recognizable cars in the world. That curvy silhouette, the round headlights, and the compact footprint make it look like something straight out of a cartoon, but in the best way possible. It's friendly, approachable, and quirky. It doesn't try to be aggressive or macho. It simply is what it is, happy and humble. That's part of why it resonated so strongly with the counterculture movement in the 1960s and 70s. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Many people's first cars were Beetles. Others remember riding in one as kids, or taking road trips in the back seat. It's a car tied deeply to emotion and memory. And despite being a mass-produced vehicle, each Beetle seems to have its own personality. Maybe it's the way they age differently, the small customizations owners make, or simply the love poured into maintaining them. Whatever the reason, few cars manage to feel as personal and alive as a Beetle. In modern times, the Beetle name lived on through the new Beetle, introduced in 1998, and later the A5 Beetle in 2011. These were modern reinterpretations of the classic icon, bringing retro style to a new generation. While they captured some of the charm, the original and the Super Beetle hold a special place that can't quite be replaced. There's something about the simplicity and purity of the original air-cooled Beetle experience that's irreplaceable. As classic car values continue to rise, the Super Beetle stands out as an excellent entry point into vintage car ownership. Its easy to work on nature, huge parts availability, and welcoming community make it a favorite among both experienced and first-time collectors. Plus, owning a Super Beetle isn't just about owning a car, it's about owning a piece of history. In every curve, in every rattle of that air